everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got a special one. It's a sound system demo on the 2022 Rolls-Royce Cullinan and its 16-speaker premium audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio adjustments, inputs, controls, speaker locations, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay. Then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you're tired of hearing the same songs week in and week out, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. There you can hear member-requested tracks and help support the channel. So if you're interested, check the join button or the link in the description. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan, for when you want the ultimate in SUV experience. This thing is a no-compromise vehicle for anything you could possibly want to do. Off-roading, it'll do it with its air suspension. Looking absolutely menacing, does it with ease. Taking up to 5 people in pristine comfort, it does that very well as well. So if you do want to see more on the Rolls-Royce, of course we're doing a DM test drive. We've got some excellent footage of it up north around Harbor Springs, Michigan. And we'll be putting links to all the coverage in the description. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. So let's take a look at those now. And make sure the car is properly on here. There we go. Back into auxiliary mode. Very nice infotainment system here in the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and I like how there are 2 ways of controlling it. You can either use it as a touchscreen, get your filthy fingerprints all over it, or you can use this beautiful rotary knob. Go around, let's go over to media and radio. Scroll down here for tone. Starting right off, you have a big old equalizer. I'm very glad that Rolls-Royce is including this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bands, treble and bass and everything in between. So you can either click and mess those up, get your audio exactly how you want, or you can simply reach up and touch them, which is also a good way of doing it. And I like that. Even if flat EQ is supposed to sound how the engineers intended it to, everyone can customize it exactly how their ears are preferring the music that day. So very nice to have that. If you want it a little bit simpler, you've got treble and bass adjustments right here. Let's go through those. You've got your standard front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance below there. A surround on and off option. Let's do those. It's not the most dramatic surround sound, but because of that and because Rolls tuned it so well, I actually kind of like having it on, even though technically having it off would be a little bit more of a pure sound experience. Other than that, you've got some audio feedback options, and that is it for your adjustments. For audio controls in the Cullinan, you have a beautiful volume knob right here. Very nice clicks, if you listen. Very quality feeling. In fact, it's leather wrapped, which is pretty darn cool. Leather wrapped and sort of metallic there. You've also got volume on the right side of the steering wheel. For track selection, you've got buttons right here. You can use the center rotary knob if you're on the right screen, or the touch screen. And you can use this rotary on the steering wheel as well. For audio inputs, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, USB-C ports in here. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, Bluetooth, screen mirroring for certain devices, and if you're in the back, you actually have a disc player back there. Not too many cars that have a disc player. What does that mean you're missing? Well, there's technically no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, but not the end of the world here in 2022. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 16-speaker system. This is not the top-level 18-speaker bespoke audio. This is purely the 16-speaker. I actually don't know where all of them are. There's no sort of documentation that tells me exactly where all the speakers are, but I've done my best to find them, and I'll tell you where I wager the last 2 are. Starting in the bottom left over here, you've got 1, 2, sort of a mid-range and a tweeter, 3 subwoofer under the seat, 4 center, 5, 6, 7 over on that side. The back and the coach doors. 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you've got 12, 13, 14, 15 right there. So that's 15 speakers. There's actually just one we're missing, and I bet you there's a tweeter up in the center as well. It's probably a mid-range and a tweeter, making a total of 16 speakers. While we're back here, I will close this door, because obviously part of the point of having a Rolls-Royce is being driven in it. Let's pop open the screen and see how well. And also go to the media screen, and I should be able to go USB. Ah, no, this is actually, must be the USB device for back here, because it's saying no USB device connected. That's interesting. We go, oh, there is an aux. There is an aux port somewhere in this car. There must be, unless this is a fake audio input. It's kind of disappointing that I'm not able to get that phone up there, though. I guess I'm going to have to go back up, re-enable it, and then we'll listen to some of the songs in the back of the car, see how they sound from the back. Adjust the volume, but for some reason I can't change the tracks from back here, so that's a bit disappointing. Maybe there's a way to do it that I'm not very clear about. Either way, it sounds a little bit more hollow back there. I'm a bit surprised by Rolls-Royce's decision to put subwoofers under the driver's seats, driver and front passenger, because that means the bass is a little bit weaker in the back, but perhaps with the Bespoke system, maybe you'd get a big subwoofer in the rear and that would help out. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay demos. Let's start out with Apple CarPlay because we're already wirelessly attached. You can see nothing plugged in. Go to phone and Apple CarPlay. There is your phone device. I'm going to have to change Alyssa Dickerson to Alyssa Dreyer on there. Let's go to Maps. You can see you can control the Apple CarPlay interface with the rotary knob or with the touch screen up here. So there's your Google Maps looking quite nice. There is YouTube Music. Let's go home. Let's go over to Amazon Music. Take a look at that. It's a very nice refresh rate on the screen. Very good responsiveness as well. And I like the size and the placement. It's probably one of the best screens I've used. It's kind of got a little bit of a matte finish, which helps it not show fingerprints as well and not be too reflective. All right, let's sync up Android Auto. I apologize. I was mistaken. This car does not support Android Auto. I didn't think that would be the case, but I suppose if you're using an Android device with a Rolls-Royce, you won't be able to get your phone mirroring on there. Perhaps you can use Miracast and get some sort of screen mirroring up there, but not Android Auto supported. So let's get this stuff put away and get out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling. Before we get into our normal tracks, I want to play the surround demonstration from ImmersiveAudioAlbum.com. If you've never heard of ImmersiveAudioAlbum.com, they curate and specialize in music specifically made for 5.1 surround capable audio systems, whether it's automotive or anything in your home, office, anywhere else you might have high-end audio systems. And what's really cool about listening to their demo track here in the Rolls-Royce Cullinan is this has a perfect 5.1 system, meaning when we listen to it, you're going to hear, especially at the end of this 1.5-minute long sampler, that there's a perfect delineation between all of the different channels. So I'm going to get this going. Also, take a note of how quiet this thing is at 70 miles per hour. It really helps the music sound remarkable.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test. Left, center, right, left surround, right surround. The Immersive Audio Album Channel Configuration Test is now complete. Hej då!
So if you're interested in that and also the thousands of special 5.1 recorded songs that immersiveaudioalbum.com has, check the link in the description. They're a really cool asset in an audiophile's collection. They'll even send you these little USB sticks with samplers on them or any music you might want, and you can throw them right in your car and get high quality music right there. All right, to our usual recordings. Every aspect of this sample track sounds excellent. The low ends of the guitar and the bass drum coming through strong, powerful, I should say the bass guitar. The mid-ranges are coming through crisp but not harsh, very satisfying, very nice level in the car. And on the high ends, you hear speckled around the front and the windshield and coming through. It's so satisfying to hear all those elements having their own place and being placed strong and nice. It's excellent. It's exactly what I want. For this next song, we will test what might be the only weak spot in this system. That's the fact that you don't have quite the degree of rumbly bass that you might be expecting out of a car at this price point. Distorted at all, it's powerful. I'm getting vibration in my seat, but that's because the subwoofers are right below me, and it's a very satisfying bass for all normal types of music. But if you're the type of person who likes to rattle windows in the neighborhood 2 streets over from your car, you're going to be disappointed just in that the bass is tuned more for sounding good in actual music that people listen to at a safe level, not at rattling people's fillings out. My thoughts on the 16 speaker premium audio system here in the 2022 Rolls-Royce Cullinan. What, did you expect that for $400,000 it'd be anything less than S tier? Of course, this is one of the best sound systems I have ever heard, and it's not even the top one. Rolls-Royce makes a system even more premium than this, and I can only imagine it's just that much better. But part of the elements that make this a top S tier sound system, it's not even just the sound. I mean, obviously the music sounds incredible. I'm hearing elements of my songs that I've listened to countless number of times. I'm hearing parts of them that I've never even noticed before. So that part's incredible. But also the ease of use with the system. You've got all the inputs that I want. Now, I will say, if I were still rocking an Android phone as my main device, which was recently, I would be disappointed that I don't have Android Auto for getting that high fidelity music. But you got your Apple CarPlay, your GoPro overheated right there at the end. But it's not even just the music, it's the fact that this is so easy to use. It's so straightforward. You have the rotary knob, you have the touch screen that works well. You've got every aspect of this is intuitive and straightforward and nice. You've got real volume control, something so many manufacturers are eliminating these days. So this is one of the best sound systems I've tested. If you do want to see more on the car, check the links in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie with Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.